1. I sprinkle sweetgrass over the fire after I am told that God is pleased by the smell of burning sweetgrass. I sprinkle sage over the fire because I am likewise informed the bad spirits flee the smell of burning sage. I, who believe not in the Lakota God or in such spirits, have I thus shown my respect for the traditions of this indigenous people, or am I expropriating their culture to create some meaning that is otherwise absent from my own life? 2. I hear participants identify themselves over Zoom. My name is fill in the blank. I live in such and such city or town, which is on stolen name of tribe land. It is good, I decide, for us to acknowledge the theft of this land. But what, I would like to ask, are you doing to restore the land to these First Nations?
Watch. The grass is growing. Watch, but don't make it obvious. Let your eyes roam casually, but watch. In any prison yard, you can see it growing in the cracks, in the crevices, between the steel and the concrete. Out of the dead gray dust, the bravest blades of grass shoot up, bold and full of life. Watch, the grass is growing. It is growing through the cracks. The gods say grass is against the law. Grass is contraband in prison. The gods say that the grass is insolent. It is uppity grass, radical grass, militant grass, terrorist grass. They call it weeds, nasty weeds, nigger weeds, dirty, spick, savage, Indian, wetback, pinko, commie, weeds, subversive. And so the guards tried to wipe out the grass. They yank it from its roots. They poison it with drugs. They maul it. They rake it. Blades of grass have been found hanging in cells, covered with bruises, apparent suicides. The guards say that the grass is unauthorized. Do not let the grass grow. You can spy on the grass. You can lock up the grass. You can mow it down temporarily, but you will never keep it from growing. Watch. The grass is beautiful. The guards try to mow it down, but it keeps on growing. The grass grows into a poem. The grass grows into a song. The grass paints itself across the canvas of life. And the picture is clear, and the lyrics are true, and the haunting voices sing so sweet and strong that the people hear the grass from far away. And the people start to dance. And the people start to sing. And the song is freedom. Watch, the grass is growing.
Blues. What is that? Is it a feeling or the color of a fact? They say all people's got the blues. Is yours like mine? It might be azar, powder, possibly aqua or navy. What is the blues to you? Mine? Yeah, my blues is black. Like the color of night when the sun sets after the stars illuminate the night in contrast to the moon. My blues is black, darker than navy, thicker than brown gravy. Ain't even shady. It's just plain old black. You know, black like that. Black cat crossing your track like it knew it was gonna make you blue. My blues ain't like jazz, improvisation, and syncopation, free rhythm of anticipation. Nah, blues is like slow dancing in the rain with no umbrellas to protect you against the pain. My blues is black, as in the shades of despair, like Africans herded in bows of ships, lives in disrepair. Then Mark Vesey, Nat Turner blues, that kind of blues white people run away from when they see it coming. It's deeper than Harriet Tubman's Underground Railroad. You know what I'm saying? Blues, black blues, no good news. It's plain old blues. The down south Jim Crow blues. When you can't choose the color of your blues because the color is segregated into black and white. Yeah, that kind of blues. The only kind you can choose because it's imposed upon you. The white supremacy blues. Black blues that won't cure you when you thought it was the flu, but it was white oppression stressing you, depressing you, breaking you down to tears of a clown, scratching where you don't itch, got you fetching when you should have been stepping. Yeah, ain't that a bitch? My blues is black, like kinky hair and smooth skin, the flavor of melanin, darker than charcoal, and get twice as hot when ignited by the passion of desire, beyond the flaming fire, torn emotions resonate from deep within, blacker than my skin, like onyx. Blue-black, the shine of the sun when the wet or dry. You can see my blues before I arrive, like heat rising from black asphalt at noon. My blues will make you swoon, make you think you're seeing a mirage of paradise, disguised as an unexpected surprise when actually it's nothing but white lies. My blues is black faces locked in places where razor wires and gun towers denies escape without traces of the past of fugitive slave laws and middle passage where living free could mean the death penalty. Cast down eyes, souls repressed, deprived by lies, living waste where only haste is to die a man and born a slave. Yeah, my blues is black. Like the assassination of Martin and Malcolm, dreams not deferred but denied in the conspiracy of white pride. Yeah, like COINTELPRO acts that trapped the BPP cats because they were too black, set freedom back another millennium. Are you feeling me? But yo, when my blues is black, it ain't mean it's gonna stay like that. In fact, I'm gonna change my blues into red and green and keep my black intact, like the flag that Marcus Garvey brought. Ensure our memories ain't caught in psychological destruction. He wanted us to function towards a Pan-African reconstruction, turning our blues into black gold we can use. The red, black, and green has to become more than a dream. It must take our living reality by working in teams, defending the means, propagating, educating, organizing the scheme, turning blues into precious black gold. We standing bold, never to be sold, so the world will behold the magnitude of our role as revealed in divine scrolls. Yeah, my blues was black, but it was before a new African attack on imperialism and white supremacy. Black gold, standing bold, restoring the red, black, and green. You know what I mean? Now you tell me, what color is your blues?
Under the hand. I am folded under the crux of his thumb, skeletal and yet somehow still swollen at its joints, brown-spotted and bruised with bitter age as with a rotted apple core. I am hungry here, aching in my twisted posture as I wriggle worm-like in this hole, but there is hardly space to move because us conscious objectors are pressed together body to body. Some sweat beneath the palm of performative prayer, and others rattle under the ring of falsified family values. Those caught below the middle, mostly anarchists, shout expletives at the hand, and he taps his fingers impatiently, waiting for us all to roll over and die already. But we're too close to give in, our hands interlocked in an effort to save space. I am under the thumb, and yet I can see so clearly. This is what the hand does not understand. When you press down on a people so long, the pressure and heat mold those people into a solid body, whose own fist will always find a way to fight back, to punch up. The world burns by candlelight. The psyche of this begotten country exists on the tip of a flame flickering erratically in the near end of his wick, fearful to extinguish in the same way he evaporates the soft and sweet-smelling wax into the stale and hollow air of nothingness. He claims God in the burning blue of his core and shrivels to black tar to emit an uneven light and teasing warmth. Worse, he tisks in his back and forth delusion and instills an uncouth comfort like a false prophet preying on the poor prayers of those who want nothing more than to believe. The harm is beyond singed skin. It is self-immolation, a tenement home turned rubble for the owner's insurance claim, and the already impoverished even further displaced. It is boiling alive in life's pressure cooker to be served up on fine china at a grand society soiree, a feast resting on a pristine white table runner beneath crystal chandeliers of candles with viciously flickering flames, casting ominous shadows in a dream we stretch our psyches toward, but never quite reach, instead spiraling out into but a thin wisp of smoke.
It's been a very difficult time for higher education, not only during COVID, but leading up to COVID. My university is actually not firing people at the moment because we did all that 2 years before COVID, starting 2 years before COVID. So that's the neoliberal agenda, to kind of shrink universities and really kind of move from depending on precarious, workers to just shucking them, yeah, and making the permanent staff basically pick up the work for free. So I do feel very lucky in a way to have, I feel lucky to have a job. But I'd like to use my voice to speak up for those who don't. This is a poem called Organizational Change, which in Britain is a euphemism for basically removing people, stripping people from the organization. Organizational change. People I've worked with for years aren't here. Resignations tendered, severance volunteered for. Apparently, they chose to disappear, though their emails sounded notes of fury and false cheer. Between the lines, I strain to read a riddle score. People I've worked with for years aren't here. There's to be no drama, we are told. No Shakespeare, restoration comedy, radio plays, or theatre visits anymore. Apparently, they chose to disappear. Along with paper roll calls, summer's leaves, mere remnants of a whole world being shown the door. People I've worked with for years aren't here. The blameless executioners have shed a corporate tear, but no gold fountain pens or encomiums are in store. Apparently, they chose to disappear. My friends who loved their jobs, held words dear, now just echoes in this institution's hollow core. People I've worked with for years aren't here. Don't tell me that they chose to disappear.
61 years from Cato Lake. In a Bellevue bed of dry straw, madmen with yellow eyes, 12 strings of Mississippi mud holler down on me. Raise 'em to the gallows pole. Roll 'em, Pete, for the late night stand. The last Suki jump of a Ledbetter. Wind jamming through cane breaks. Low dance halls are cutting the short dog. Hesitation blues. Careless love. Careless, careless love. I built my dying space from Morrinsport, Louisiana to Houston, Texas to New York. Rambling on these lead fingers, a 12-string guitar cut from conjure wood. The hoodoo lady smiled. I was too young, too strong, too pretty for the women. They loved me and gave me sweet things. I loved them back and gave them a soothing song raised out of a Cajun swamp. Land too mean and hard for personal plow. They called me Huddy when I was nice. Lead belly when they was mad. Said I was birthed with a veil and at the wrong hour of the moon, but I had me a blue sweet calling, a backcountry shout wet down in old Aunt Sally's black oil number 8, the prison air of Angola County Farm. 7 years to the day I did time for murder. Wasn't about nothing. A fancy man raised his leg on me, I cut it off and left him mixing his choking breath with sawdust, the corn liquor running out the sides of his mouth. I was Lead Belly, king of all the 12-string, moving my songs across rocks and hard places, bringing comfort to the girls, hope and laughter to the old men, and nothing but trouble for the young ones. When the big war broke and hung over the sawmills and lumber camps, Bowie County called me, and I went, playing squares and reels to general store folk and Baptist Holy Roller. With Blind Lemon Man on my right, Nine Tongue, the cross-eyed gambler on my left, the music flew hoedown route, and we strutted for the gamey walk. But our children, the hounds is fast and the water's deep. The Bowie court jury catch me for assault with intent to murder, but hell, I wasn't gonna take Honey Boy out, just sky him up a little. 4.5 years after that time, spent on them rocks roads that never went nowhere. They let me out and I busted brick, rambling wide as a country dog. Shreveport, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, Mobile, Memphis. Yeah, Memphis. And Beale Street could talk, what stories we could tell. In the summer of 35, with a croaker sack, a Bull Durham tobacco, a store-bought suit from the company house, I headed east, New York. New York. The glittering hog in the slop pen of the world, the big town for the bigger man. I played the high clubs then, worked the chauffeur angle on the side, and took my love from the cafe gals, a quick money and easy virtue. I sung with the best, played radio. Paris, France recorded all the tunes that I ever remembered. But through it all the songs and country crossings, there was this fear that would come in early morning or at evening just after the sun was dust, burning in my brain, grabbing by the throat. Some nights It would crawl on a lizard's foot around my bed, punch tiny holes in my flesh, asking me if I could hear the weeping in it all. Leadbelly, to who do you answer? Is there anything more sacred than the last song? No. No. I was Leadbelly. Couldn't they hear my howl, the sound of my solitary singing? The hunger wanting to be fed. Hear this memory sucking wind and air, the very light itself. Hear this pain that beats upside my head. It tracks me, calls me to account for all my days that rode in cold as the killing frost, the one-eyed deuce, the jack-leg devil. God, I'm scared. No one ever comes to wipe my brow now, or change these sheets soiled with my own piss. Damn it, hangman, slack your rope. I'll go down hard. Let the old maker come for me. This Bellevue dying bed is too small anyway for a rambling man. A rambling man. Papa, bring me silver. Papa, bring me gold. Raise me to the gallows pole.
After the headlines, the photographs of still bodies in utter surrender, the stacking and burying in unmarked graves, don't turn away. Say a prayer for each farmer, teacher, bearded grandfather on a cane, mother whose scarf flies in the air, father staring at the ground. Think of the empty chairs at the dinner table, the shirt and socks missing from the clothesline. Remember each pair of hands that opened and closed, held a pencil, clapped with joy. And when the wheat and flowers they sowed reach toward the sun, bring water to these tenacious flags of presence on the land.
We gotta make it out. Make it out. Find a way, find a way, find a way. We gotta make it out. Find a way, find a way, find a way.
We gotta make it out. Not the hood, but the struggle. And I know all you got is your hustle. But if you work on something else, you could probably gain a different muscle. Something you could trust, guns you ain't gotta bust. You a diamond in the rough, I could tell you one of us. Don't have to survive the storm to say that you had enough. Ready to give love, but gotta put down the lust. And stop perpetuating the system, cause that shit lands on us. It's the truth, I'm just saying, haven't we survived already? Haven't we give them so many lives already? Don't know how to grieve right, ready to die already. Spin a block, hold it tight, oh he died already.
We gotta make it out.
I couldn't change my routes, and the evil's trying to take me out. So I pray on it, then let it go, I can't stay on it. I got dreams, I couldn't wait on it. Every day was a different challenge, another broken heart, a wound I tuck away to hide the madness. I can't leave the ones I love and cherish to flaws good while I watch them perish. Don't be acting like that filthy bastard. Our spirit's blind, don't you see the forces? Gotta pour a libation since past tortures. Youth and elders need space to share stories and heal. It's amazing how you feel when that pain is revealed. People got time to destroy it and we got